I'm CWO4 Victor Pinion, U.S. Navy retired, telling some stories of my naval career. This one, my last one of when I was stationed aboard the USS Midway, CV-41. My relief, reported aboard Chief Warrant Officer 2 Chuck Morgan. And I gave him as good a turnover as I possibly could. And I stayed aboard with him for a month. 2 weeks with me still as the maintenance officer, and then 2 weeks after he relieved me, mentoring to him to just give him the best possible turnover I could. As far as I know, that's unheard of for an officer to do that, but I did it. And I'm sure that Chuck benefited from it, and I'm pretty sure I did too, because I had a lot to turn over to Chuck. We got underway for a sea period, and I showed him all the infrastructure things that I'd created since I'd been aboard. I introduced him to the officers and other people that I work with, enlisted people, so forth, that I work with aboard the ship in every department. And I had an excellent rapport with just about everyone else aboard the ship. I had gained good credibility for myself and for my job on there. And Chuck's inheriting that credibility. And it was important for me that he carry on with doing a good job. Visited Busan, Korea, had a good few days liberty there, and then we came back to Japan. When we returned to Japan, Chuck is now the maintenance officer, and I transferred off the ship. As I'm transferring, the air boss gave me a good farewell little speech, just him to me, one-on-one. And he told me that he appreciated me and my professionalism and my friendship. His name was Commander Daryl Kerr, a fine naval officer. And I consider him and his wife, Vanna, to be good friends of mine. By the way, if y'all are watching this, my wife, Lynette, passed away 19 months ago. And she encouraged me to find someone else. And it's been 19 months, but I have found such a fine lady in Rebecca Robertson. And Rebecca and I plan to marry. So, Commander or Captain, maybe you made Admiral, I hope you did. And Vanna, that bit of information for you and anyone else watching this that was friends of ours. But my family and I, flew to the Philippines aboard an Air Force, I think it was a C-141. And as we loaded aboard and took our seats, the crewman is giving us our briefing, and he handed out earplugs to us all. They looked and smelled exactly like bubble gum, and all three of my kids popped them in and began chewing and discovered this is cotton. So the crew got a good laugh out of that, and so did I, but we made an unscheduled stop halfway, something wrong with the airplane, and we had to stay overnight there, and then we flew on to the Philippines the following day. The officer that I was scheduled to relieve there, Lieutenant Jim Grissom, had set us up in temporary quarters at the Bachelor Officer, Unaccompanied Officer's Quarters, in a nice little apartment there, or a suite of rooms for me and my family. There were 5 of us. And we lived there for about a week or 10 days before we got housing at San Miguel Naval Auxiliary Communication Station. Anyway, I'll tell about the tour in the Philippines on the Admiral staff in the next film. Y'all carry on.